Hello, Dr. B here from Cajun Country, walking along the Old River Road in Louisiana, right across from Homer's house, which is right on the Mississippi River. About to take a walk up the levee along this road here. There we go. And we're going to go up the levee of the Mississippi River and take a look and see how high it is right now. I feel like a character out of a Mark Twain novel, maybe Huck Finn himself, looking at this big old lazy brown water river. We're going up the levee, which is not that far. It steeps pretty severely, probably about 40 degrees. Takes you to the top of the levee, where you get to look out over the big brown muddy, the Mississippi. So we're gonna walk down the levee now and take this little road and get out to the actual water. Actually, the river is pretty low right now. I'm surprised, because there have been times in the recent months where the river actually was up there near the top. All this bulkhead here, it's concrete, was covered with water, and these trees, you were only able to see the tops of them. So the river looks like it's low. We're walking on what's called the Batture. That's that distance, that real estate between the levee itself and the water. Now you notice there's no sand here, nothing but a bunch of rocks, riprap, and you gotta watch out for snakes. There we go. We're going down to the bank of the river on the rocks here. Let's be careful. Watch out, step. Lots of poison ivy around. And here we are. The old Mississippi. It's a pretty wide area right here. There's some boats coming down from north. This is from pointing north, headed toward the south, which is New Orleans and beyond. So this point right here, fairly wide, sees a lot of barge traffic and well, not river boats, but barges and tugboats. Now you would think there would be some sign of humanity on this big river, but it's always like this. This is one of the most desolate places in this state. It's the banks of the Mississippi along these small towns. Now in New Orleans, it's very active, but here it's undeveloped, so there's no reason to come here. Actually, it's pretty dangerous with all the loose rocks and all of the overgrown brush. This is real desolate area, this Batture. Now in some places further north, going toward Donaldsonville, you will have a bank that's a little more sandy. But this riprap is just rocks and concrete, kind of hold down erosion. And as you can see, on the other side of the river there, coming into view, you have the tugboat pushing, look like about 4 barges. Not a lot. You can see it there, making its way. keeping American commerce in motion. There it is. Not very exciting, but truly, those guys live in a different world. Running up and down the brown waters. Pretty inspirational, actually. They make good money, though. All right, so there you have it. From the banks of the Mississippi River. There it is. The Big Muddy. Okay, so we're going to head back up the levee. Pretty subtle incline here. Walking on the Batture. Heading back toward the levee. There we have it. The reinforced concrete bulkhead that shores up the levee. You can see with all of the various sections with grass growing through it, looking like a patchwork of white and green. There it is. And that extends for miles and miles. Protected areas. If we wouldn't have that levee, as the river would rise, these communities wouldn't exist. Continuing up, let's go over here. I'm walking sideways here. Standing on top of the levee and looking down on that lush community, that lush property right there. This is Homer's house, a historic plantation known for its beautiful gardens. Fantastic. Been here a couple times. Always a pleasure. And in the springtime, when everything is growing and everything is wonderfully lush, looks like the Garden of Eden, I would imagine.